I told you that the average clear-cut size is pretty small. Today it's only 1.3 hectares in state forest, and here Swedish and Scandinavian representatives could say how much it's smaller compared to, let's say, average clear-cut area in Sweden or Finland. So we have huge gap here. And that's one problem why the technology is very important. The cheap and more convenient technology is very important to find and to use in order to collect the residuals. Again, yes, it's the humidity content, which I told you already, which is also one weakness we have, as well as the tree branches needed to be put on the forwarding trays. The chippers we are currently using have the production capacity around 70 to 200 loose cubic meters per hour, which again means that the price for the production could grow too high if the quantity is not enough. And according to current average quantity, just work for 1 or 2 hours per chipper. And also what we have not done in the past, but we are now trying to implement is while preparing the reconstruction works of drainage areas as well as forest road network, we are now making also these kind of pockets where the chipper and the container could stand next to each other. Otherwise, we are also restricting the availability. So this takes time until we could go further to use areas where we have the resource available, but could not have enough good access to that. But yes, also due to the fact that the technology we are using right now is quite a big one, has been seen as a threat as well. But we do have the learning process going on all the time, and we think we could procure also this kind of technology, which could us to go to decrease the minimum quantity per site from current 30 solid cubic meters or 90 loose cubic meters down to 15 or 20 solid cubic meters. Then it would give additional quantity. Then we are learning and making a test right now how to collect these trees as a whole trees from cleanings and thinnings of young stands, which also today we leave to the forest, but could be used. That the forest does not benefit from these trees itself, so it only disturbs also the people who like to go to the forest, for example. Then what I told you, we are aiming to improve the accessibility to the forest, and this is huge. Needs a huge investment into forest improvement, but and basically majority of our profit goes back to forest improvement works. So that is a big job to do. So we try to at least to collect this brushwood from current drainage and forest improvement objects, as well as what we have considered as an opportunity if new military training areas or other infrastructure areas need to be deforested in these areas. Of course, we also could collect residuals. And what we have not done so far, we do not know the opinion yet of the auditors as well, which is related to stump lifting. We consider quite a huge potential also in stumps, but so far we have not done it. And the demand itself now in Estonia is quite balanced, so that these current three big size CSPs, one in Tallinn, one in Tartu, one in Pärnu, have great demand. That will be built next year, one CSP to not far from here to Ulvar Kaubi, which will add local demand, and that's from a forest owner's point of view very good in order to collect secondary residuals from local area. And I think also for the private forest owners it would create a basic ground to also to be more attractively or more motivated to take care about the properties. There are some developments which are related with logistics costs, which are not in favor of forest owners, as every additional cost which comes to the chain of this wood means less money on stump, and therefore it's all the time endless comparison whether we could do or not. But the more local consumers we have, the better would be the possibility. So a couple of words about this energy wood in context of current sustainable forest management certificates. As we have had the FSC for many years, and the FSC itself is meant to ensure that forests are being managed on a sustainable level. What we put this parallel mark here, why? Because it means also that multiple use of forests should be allowed. And here we come to a certain abstraction sort of related to the same certificate scheme as all the forest which naturally has been fallen down on, or even if not naturally, but when we go to the forest with the, for example, harvester and bring out the wood, then the residuals, such manner or way, the residuals which we consider having a value from energetical point of view, have value from from environmental protection point of view as well, so that we have the dispute going on with the FSC guys now. What is really needed for the forest, because we have met all the standards set by a law, but FSC has set criteria which are much stricter than the law. So therefore, we need to clarify first what is rational to do, what we can afford to do, how much we could afford to leave the forest and all the residuals of it laying down in the cutting areas. At the same time, we need to communicate with the society, because actually citizens doesn't understand why, if you go around, why so much wood is laying in the cutting areas. Why do you not bring it out? Why do you not allow us to go forest and to take it out? So we try to explain all the time that it is because this is a sustainable forest management practice, and we have certain criteria to meet. So these years have told us, and we have understood that actually, if you compare with some extensive forest management practices, then of course nowadays we maybe have not managing so balanced way that all aspects, economic aspects, social, environmental aspects have been treated equally. So BFC, what we've been implemented last year, has set quite a balanced goals to each those ways of using the forest. According to FSC, this is more environmental term. This is focused with and less economic, so that therefore we first, before we can go further to bring out the wood or lift up the stumps, understand the results to the forest and why we are doing this. So this is a situation right now that we don't know how this will proceed with FSC, as there are not still an agreement achieved according to the national standard, unfortunately, so that the process still is open. And the other environmental aspects which are related with procurement of residuals are, of course, the regeneration and the potential regeneration, which will be hampered if we go many times to the same cutting site, for example. Then we dump the soil too many times, or if we leave the philosophy of the residual collection is much different from the procurement of wound wood, which, for example, we bring out immediately, let's say within 10 days or one week. But what concerns the residuals must be kept in the forest roadside 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, depending on the production time. So we need to take into consideration the location of the piles, and which may be attractive for insects, and through this kind of chain later could be a big concern for us, as well as the potential for forest fires. And the other things I mentioned earlier.